Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Kelly. So we're going to work on her today. And what we're going to do is I'm going to trace her out. I'm going to probably use acrylics on her, but I want to trace her all out. I'm not going to erase her. I want her to have, you know, somewhat of an outline. So what we're going to do is just the best you can, no matter what you're doing. This is another way to do it. You know, sometimes I erase everything that I do and then go from there. But on this one, I want her to have somewhat of an edge on her. And by edge, sorry if my hand's blocking. I'm just trying to get through the tracing. I probably should have done this before I went on camera. By edge, I mean the dark. And you'll see when I go to erase it. I think that it's easier. And I'm using a Faber-Castell Artist Pen in medium. You can use, you want to use a permanent marker. Now you can use a Sharpie, a Bic, you can use Faber-Castell, you can use a Copic. Understand if you use like a Copic or even a Spectrum Noir, you want like a thin tip. So if you have like the fine Sharpie or something to that effect, that's what you want to use, because the thicker, you're not going to get the thin line that you want. Now, I don't know quite what I'm doing with this area of the nose right now, so I'm not going to do that, trace that right yet. But I am going to trace her face, her lips. If you can hear all that squishing around, it's my dog under my desk. My dog Spyro. He has not been feeling well lately, and I don't know why. I think it's the weather. It's been so, it's up and down. The temperature is up and down. Don't worry when you're tracing if you know, don't follow the lines exactly. You know, this isn't supposed to be rocket science. I am going to keep her legs in. And what I'm going to do, oh, I got to still do her eyes. And these are fun to do because you don't have to be so spot on with everything being, is symmetrical the word I'm looking for? You know, one eye can be bigger than the other, or you know, they don't have to be so much on the face, so perfect, and, you know, you're just drawing a little odd girl. And then I'm going to do her little nose. Okay, so that was fast enough. And then I'm going to take, you see we have her marked out. I don't know about those yet. I'm not going to worry. But I'm going to take my eraser. Now I'm just using the kneaded eraser. You can use whatever eraser you got. You got one on the back of your pencil. You know, this is going to get the bulk of the pencil underneath off. And then I'm going to have to go in probably with a stronger or a more sturdy eraser. You know, because these are the kneaded ones that kind of knead to your command. But they're easier to kind of start off with. And something, I mean, I do it all the time unless I'm very conscious of it, but when you're drawing, try not to push too hard with your pencil. Because when you do go to erase, if that's where you're heading to, like I do, let me find my hard eraser. Where's all my eraser? Okay, little eraser, where'd you go? Okay. Because you will, mark in a little bit, you know, mark the paper a little bit, like the harder you push with your pencil when you're drawing. I do that because of the RA and fibro, and it's hard to, if I'm having a bad day, to, I'm sure everybody, you know, has their moments. But I find that I do that. I have to be very conscious of not doing that. So where you see a little bit more pen, and you don't have to get it all off, but if you see it, wipe it off, erase it off. Because you won't, if you see it later down the road, I hate this. These are great because they give you like the bigger like eraser things that you don't have to have like eraser everywhere, but you still have to get rid of them. Because when you go to paint or whatever you do, crayon, color pencil, paint, marker, and those pencil lines are underneath, you're not, and then you see them, you're not going to be able to erase, if that makes sense. I don't know. I see here I didn't finish the eye. Okay, so we have our girl, and now what we want to start with is, I think we're going to start with the hair. And I think, I need to drink water. I think I'm going to do black hair. Sorry, very thirsty. Now you can make her look very normal. I mean, she's a cute little thing. I'm going to just go along and do what I want to, you know, do as I do. But I'm going to start with her hair. And I'm just using black. Use whatever black you have. Use a black marker. Use your black crayon. Use your black colored pencils, your black watercolor, whatever you have. This isn't, you know, I like to paint from the lid so I can control less waste. And I'm going to use a small brush like that. And it is a, I don't even know what the hell it is. It says 4500. No freaking idea. I probably picked it up somewhere. I don't know. But I'm not going to wet my brush first, which I usually do. And I'm going to go in. And I did not gesso. Now, if you want to, go ahead, but you don't need to. Now, I'm using a smaller paintbrush because I want the texture of that hair, the waviness. Now, you could use, you know, a bigger paintbrush if you want. I'll go back with a thinner one or my marker to make sure I get like a crisp end. And always go more for the inside of the hair with the brush. So you don't, because you know the paint's going to spread some and it's okay. And just kind of follow your black line. And if you don't want to do black hair, you could do pink, you could do red, blonde, whatever you want. Got a little bit too much paint on that run in. I don't know if you could just hear my dog moan. It's like she's talking again. Okay. And I'll just pull that down. And then go. And like I said, if you have a better hand than I do, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's going to take me forever to use a smaller brush, then by all means, use what you got and use what you have. Like I said, markers, crayons. I know Rose Art is a brand. I know Crayola. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things out there. I might even pull out my Portfolio water-soluble oil crayons. I love those. And I want to buy another set just to have, because I've now, it's typical me, because I'm afraid that I'm going to use them all up and not have money to get more. I I don't use them as much. I don't think I've used them. No, and you can stick your hand in the paint too if you want. That's just how I roll. But I'm going to use them on this so I can show you how fantastic they are. And I know that my Staples, the company Staples, you know, they have them there. Now, granted, you can't use a coupon on it. So, you know, if you want to use a coupon, look them up on Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's, and then you can use their online coupon and get it from there. But I do know, like, Staples always has sales and like $5 off of if you spend this or that. So if I need ink for my computer or, I mean, my printer or, you know, something like that, or envelopes, or, you know, I love my pencils and my pens, you know, then, because those coupons are coming out like crazy because of school supplies, which I will be buying some for myself just to have. Then you want to, you know, look when you're there so you can use a coupon and get some money off that way. I know I'm babbling. I'm trying to concentrate and talk and okay, so that black is done. You can go to AC Moore or Michael's. I don't think Joann's does. I'm not completely positive, so, but you can definitely get their store brand paints very, very cheap. I always say, and I'm saying all this now because I have so many new people on my channel and I'm so blessed. You know, I always do the Roy G. Biv black white. So you get red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then you get black and white. And with all those colors, you can mix and match and you are good to go. I mean, you are really good to go. So when they have their store brand paints on sale, or they have their folk art paints or ceramic coat or whatever, always be on the lookout. But like I said, their store brand paints you can get like 49 cents sometimes, and I always look for clearance stuff. But you can just do your Roy G. Biv black white, and you know, you'll be good to go, set to start with your first acrylic paints. And then you can buy a kid's set of paintbrushes, use a coupon, and you get such an array of paintbrushes, sponge brush, whatever you want. And you're good to go. Now, I just noticed I probably should have, well, I'll wait till I do her face. I should have done her eyebrows, but I'll wait till I do the face. I'm just drawing this a little bit so I don't stick my hand in it, because you know I'm really good at that. Now I'm going to decide, before I do work with her face at all, we'll do her dress. What can I do with her dress? I wonder. All right. I'm going to take, I want her to be, Kelly, what are you going to do? Okay. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take some magenta. This is medium magenta, Basics brand from Liquitex. It's their student grade, I guess, is what you call it. I love it. I buy them all the time. They're on sale a lot too. I want a little bit bigger of a brush. And I'm just going to skirt this in the middle of her dress. I hope that my image comes alive of what I want. I'm just going to give her a good paint. Now again, do you have to paint it? Nope. Use your crayons, use a smaller brush. Use your crayons, use your markers, use your whatever you got. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a smaller brush, but at least I can get this middle. I really should be out there cleaning, which I don't want to do. Now we're going to do a few different techniques on her. All right, let me just say I got the bulk of that middle done. I'm going to throw that in the water. I'm going to take my paintbrush that I used for the hair, the black. And then I just squeeze a little bit out. And be careful because I've squeezed before and it ended up everywhere. And I'm just going to go around the edges. And hey, if you cover the black, it doesn't matter. We'll go back over that to trace it out again. It just gives you an idea of where you want to stay when doing. Didn't dry off my paintbrush enough. And I'm not worrying too much, you'll see why, about a little bit more. I have a little bit, you can see I have a little bit of black left in my brush here that I didn't completely clean out. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, so we're going to do that. And you can see the black coming out of my brush, but I don't care because what I'm going to do over it will be different. Okay, so that will be that, and I shall put that back. And I'm going to dry it. If you don't have a heat gun, leave it air dry, it doesn't matter. Use a hair dryer. You can get them at the thrift store or Goodwill or St. Vincent de Paul. So cheap. And hair dryer would work great with this. Because we're not embossing. You really only need a heat gun for embossing. And we're not embossing. We're just drying. So things get a little sped up a little bit. But like I said, you can go to all the thrift stores, and oh my God, the one thrift store we went to here had about 100 hair dryers hanging. I think they were $5 or something like that, or $3. And if you go on certain days, they have sales. So, you know, they'll say like 50% off all red tagged items, or you know, whatever, and then you can get it for $2.50, and it might even be cheaper at your place. I'm in Jersey, so everything's inflated. And our dollar stores suck. So, all right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay this. And it's just a doily, paper doily. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to put a little bit of my, well, oh, I should put my paint and get situated first because then I'm moving everything. This might be too thin. I'm going to grab some black paints. Okay. I got this in my Art Snacks box. It is Ivory Black, Graham & Company, acrylic. It's thick, but a nice thick. I haven't done my, I don't think I've done my, can we just get the lid back on? That would be great. Oh my God. I didn't do any videos this month for my Ipsy box, my Beauty Box 5. I didn't do it for my Art Snacks. I didn't do it for anything. I was just not in the mood. And I love doing them. I love doing them so you guys can see, so you guys can enjoy as well, and then decide whether it's something that you want to do. All right. So I'm going to take this. This is a scruffy brush. I'm not going to wet it. I got my thing down. I'm using it as a stencil, but I'm not too concerned about how much black I get on her dress. But I can see where her dress ends. So make sure that you have it in a place where you can see where the dress ends. so you don't go over. Now we're going to cut this out so it's not, you know, it's not going to hurt you if you go over the dress line that we just painted. But this is just to add some texture. I didn't put out a lot of paint there, did I? I want it to kind of look ratty. Not rad, like, oh, that's rad, but like, I think I went down too far. But like ratty. Does that make sense? Is that dirty, ratty, grungy? Like I feel right now. I need more black. Come on, baby. I'm just gonna wet my brush just a teeny bit to get this activated. But if you activate it too much with too much water, you're gonna run. Spyro, quit being mean. No, keep your hand here and hold it and then lift it up. Look how cool that looks. I want a little bit more up here. Might not be able to get it up there. Kind of following the line of the dress. And look how cool that looks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to put my brush in the water. I'm going to take a paper towel, wipe up my black, because otherwise I'll be wearing that all day. Oh my god. I am freaking loving it. Okay. So now I will dry. I'm in love with that color and that style. I'm going to give it a little dry so it doesn't smear. I'm working again on Bristol paper. It's my new obsession for the moment. It could be any kind of paper. While this dries for a minute, I just want to let you guys know. I get a lot of questions, especially when I play around and do this. Like I say, oh, I got Bristol and all that. It's just, it was on sale at, I don't know, Michael's or Michael's or AC Moore or wherever. And I bought it and I have a lot of it and I started using it and I love it. But I have mixed media books. I have watercolor. I have, like, I use all kinds of papers. I always tell you guys, you know, if you have printer paper, use printer paper. You can, you know, if you use a coupon and go to go AC Moore, Joann's, anywhere of those, usually once a month, if not more, they have packets of paper on sale for 40% off without even using a coupon. So you can get them. Or you could use a coupon and get them. But if you, which believe me, I know about not having money, you can use printer paper if you have printer paper at home, or go buy printer paper from Walmart or somewhere inexpensive so you get more paper and make yourself, you can, you know, paint like we're doing, draw and paint, or you can make yourself journals. I mean, you can do so much. You don't have to have, you know, good paper, if that makes sense. What we're going to end up doing, what I'm going to end up doing anyway, is cutting her out and we're going to put her, I'm going to put her on a canvas. Do you have to put her on a canvas? No. You can put her on a piece of cardboard. I have cardboard. If you saw I swear my husband comes in here and takes handfuls of cardboard and throws them out. I don't want to discuss it. It's an issue. But if you have cereal boxes, cut them down and you get a great back and do your background on that. Cardboard that comes in everything. I've been known to dumpster dive, not gonna lie, for cardboard and for boxes, especially when we moved. We would just start going and at the bookstore, I mean, you can, and every store, Walmart, I mean, they have boxes that they throw away and they don't destroy them, they just fold them down. You can do that, you know, and cut them into pieces and use them as canvases. It doesn't have to be, you can still do the mixed media background on them. Or, like I said, you know, just do your girl or do your background first. I'm going to be doing a background coming up. But do you see what I'm saying? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? But for her so far, here's where we are. And I love this. I love that it's grungy. I do like to do grungy stuff. But this is what we're going to do so far for today. I hope to see you guys posting in posting what you do. I've seen, like I said, I've seen Veronica, who's Pattinson fan, do some of fairies, and she's been doing a book of girls that she keeps practicing and practicing. And I hate to say to people, my gosh, how much better you've become, but she has, and it's because she continues to just keep doing it and keep doing it, keep doing it. And that's the thing. And these are fun to do because you don't have to worry, when we're doing, whether it be a folk art phase or a more realistic phase, you want to make sure that everything's, like the highs are the same height and width and the note, and it doesn't matter. They're supposed to be kind of odd and funky. So that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to end the video here, and then when we come back next time, I will be doing the face and the skin. She's going to be very easy to finish up in another video, and then we're going to start a background for her, and we're going to do a background for our fairy girl, where I showed you that you can use, what would we use? We used crayons and markers and colored pencils and all this fun. You can see like where I cut out and how wonderful I cut that out. So I'll just go over that with my dark green again and get those edges smoothed, and it's not a big deal. And then she'll be glued, not on top of her, but she'll be glued on something, and I'm thinking about doing a mushroom. So, we're going to have two different kind of ways. And like I said, you can use any one of these techniques on her. And she's very easy. And I will put for all my newbies, I will put the link to me drawing her at the end of the video, which will be in a minute. And you can click and then go watch me draw her and then try to draw her yourself. And like I said, use what you have. Don't sit and beat yourself up watching these people who do classes and have their own stencils and this and that. That is not what art is about. Good for them. I say, hey, good for them. If that's what they do, that's fantastic. I'm not the best artist in the world. I'd never say I would never say that I am. I'm severely disabled. Have no money because I get SSI. I don't get SSD. I don't get a lot a month. My husband works his ass off as a writer, writing content, and he works for some great companies, and we get by. But I haven't been to the craft or art store in a long time. I do want to say, I want you guys to be on a lookout for a giveaway that I'm going to be having come up in the next couple of days. And in that giveaway is going to be colored pencils that we used on our fairy girl. So if you go back a couple of videos of mine, you'll see us do her face. So I'm going to do that because I think that will benefit a lot of people. I have to see how many I have. I might be able to do 2 giveaways. I'm not real sure. But these are, and they're new. They're not ones that I've used, and they're not a mustache. I have a lot of good giveaways coming up. That I've been kind of like, when I do get to go out and find things that I put away, because I like helping people. I like people winning and being able to do certain things. However, crayons, there is nothing wrong with a box of crayons or their Crayola markers or whatever you can get. It's the point of doing it. And I get a lot of people who say, about, are you going to do a class on this? And I can't do, like, I try to do as many different kind of videos as I can. Mixed media, for some reason, is the biggest thing. I love doing clay. I love doing all kinds of different things, making jewelry and knitting and all that kind of stuff. But I know there's so many new people out there, and some of them are still teens, and they want to get into this kind of thing. So, I do find myself doing a lot of mixed media. I love it. I don't care. But I want everybody to know, like, you don't have to have expensive stuff. I use white school glue all the time. If you go back in all my videos, you'll see, if you click my name, it'll take you to my front page, and you'll see I have in sections my mixed media, my clay. Like, so whatever you're interested in, you can go straight to. But white school glue is Elmer's is what I use. You can find that everywhere now in glue sticks. This is my favorite glue stick. I'm going to be going to Staples and getting me some of those glue sticks because I know they have them on sale. But wherever, Target, wherever you go, you can get glue stick or white school glue. And I use that so much. And you can find so many different things. So I know a lot of you are new. And I know I have 500 videos or more. I don't even know how many videos I have. I have quite a bit. And I know it's hard to go back to every single one and look for, you know, you can search in my thing for different videos, but I get requests for a lot of videos I've already done. And I think it's time that I up them a little bit and redo them. And, you know, I've gotten I'm like well over 6,000 subs now. And I'm quite blessed, and I have to do my 6,000 giveaway. So I'm going to be starting to get more of that together so I can do a big, a big giveaway, because when I hit a big number, I like to do a giveaway. So now that we have this, down in the bottom below here, let me know what kind of giveaway would you like. Would you like a clay giveaway? Would you like a mixed media giveaway? Would you like a yarn giveaway? You know, let me know what you guys want for the next giveaway. Not including the pencils, because I'm doing that giveaway anyway. But let me know so I can get together for my 6,000 sub giveaway. And let me know what you guys are into. And give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And share my videos if you like them. I hope you sub if you just found me. And I think that's all. I'm done rambling. As always, be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I can't thank you all enough. I wish I could give you guys, everybody, something. But right now, all I can kind of give you is myself. So lucky you. And that's it. So as always, any questions, email me. Follow me on Instagram. I'd love to follow you on Instagram. I follow back. Pinterest. I have a great group called All Things Creative. I'll put my link down below to come friend me on Facebook, and then you just have to say, hey, add me to your group. I think we got 6 new people last week. It's hopping and moving, and we're going to start our prompts again this week. And God, just got so much going on, and it's so good, and it keeps me occupied, because when my mind isn't occupied, Kelly's a crazy girl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so very much. I love each and every one of you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. And that's it. Thank you. Bye.